Greetings all, Fanny here for Sagittarius's weekly message. Sagittarius, the first two cards that came out for you are the Eight of Diamonds and the Knight of Diamonds in reverse. And the Eight of Crystals being at the bottom of the deck, I feel as though maybe Sagittarius is going through a creative block or like writer's block, and that there's something you're very passionate about and you're very skilled with. Like, each of those diamonds has been chiseled away and crafted to perfection time and time again because someone is very good at their craft. But it's becoming too stressful. It's becoming too cumbersome to continue your passion and your hobby as a career because of the limitations, the rules, the constraints, the expectations that come with it all. It's like you've lost your passion for it. Yeah, it's become very burdensome with the Ten of Crystals and the Seven of Crystals coming out. It's feeling more like a burden and a challenge than something that you truly enjoy. And I'm very sorry if you've lost a creative spark in something, because I know how frustrating that is. With Death card at the bottom of the deck, perhaps this is leading you out of a place of stagnancy and you're gonna go to a new hobby. Yeah, Two of Swords. There's a decision that has to be made. Are you going to continue doing something that you know how to do, that you may be good at, or are you going to make a decision to actively challenge yourself and go after something different? The Knight of Crystals in reverse, you could have an indecision of going after a new goal or a dream. Pardon the burping. Happens when I channel. But further confirmation that is what is going on here. Is like you're afraid of this balance of doing something that I know I'm good at and challenging myself, going through that beginning exhaustion, that humility to relearn something or learn something entirely new. Would you go after something that you have never done before, or are you going to go stay in a similar vein? Like, say you can't do glass blowing anymore, so you go towards pottery, and instead you start going into like a completely different aspect of creativity, like filmmaking or something. Yeah, there is an end of something that's going on here. Tassanos literally means death, which was the bottom of the deck for the other part of your message. And so there is a death, there is an ending that is happening, but ending has to happen, my love, because everything comes to an end, good and bad. People, our relationships, the times and jobs, the time and places that we live. The Mask and the Venom. There's something that is being revealed, something that is being removed. Perhaps people have been questioning and I almost feel like someone is getting in your head and making you feel like you are not as amazing as you truly are, Sagittarius. Their words are laced with this venom, with this hate, because you were doing something that they could not do. You were standing up in the face of fear, in the face of adversity, and you will be triumphant. You did before when you mastered this, and now you're at an opportunity to shift and change your perspective, and someone is trying to dissuade you. Someone is trying to keep you in a dark place where they are what is guiding you, where they are the good thing in your life, and you don't want to accept that because you know it is not a good thing anymore. You know it is a toxic relationship, and I'm very proud of you for having that sense of awareness. It is a lot of anxiety, it is a lot of fear when we start to shift and change and move in a direction that is different from what we initially knew. Trusting your intuition does not always make sense in the moment, but down the line, when you see things with clearer, higher perspectives, you truly understand why the decisions you made were so important and how they were a pivotal turning point in your life, Sagittarius. So if this situation is becoming burdensome, if this situation is becoming exhausting, you have to make a decision. Are you worth going after this new beginning? And are you brave enough to go through that humility of learning something new? Or are you going to stay with what you know because that gives you a sense of security? That security is only so strong. That's why the Knight of Diamonds is in reverse. He cannot really fulfill what he is meant to in this standing, because there is so much of this onslaught, so much of this weight put down upon what is expected of him, what is expected that he has to carry. And it has become too much for too long, and you're like, no, I have a decision to make for myself. I have a decision to make for my future, and it is one that I am meant to go on. With the thread coming out, I just kind of picked up the deck and cut to it in the middle. That is the red string of fate guiding you towards a happy ending, guiding you out of the darkness, out of this ick and this grime where everything was conditional, where everything had a caveat, where everything had a second meaning. You're not dealing with that. You're going after what you truly want, where your heart truly belongs, and you're going to be rewarded by people who think similarly, of a similar vibration, of a similar mindset. They're not going to be the people that tear you down, that are like, oh no, you can't do that, and subconsciously they're just afraid because they are going to be left behind. They're going to want to see you stand up. They're going to push you forward to a point where you are thriving and happy and truly just in your own power, and they're just going to be happy for you, and happy as long as they're allowed to be in that area with you. Your vibe will attract your tribe, and so as you're shifting, the masks are going to be revealed, and people who have not been working in your greatest and highest good are going to fall to the wayside. They are going to be removed because they are no longer needed, and they are not allowed in your high vibrational life, my love. So please, Sagittarius, do not be afraid of where your heart and your intuition is calling you. If something is completely outside of the realm of your norm, of the accepted, or what people think of you, then that is exactly where you need to go, because that is where a part of you that has never been discovered is waiting for you to find them. And that is the only way you're going to get out of this situation, because I really feel like this is a rut, this is a creative block, and someone has really just lost their passion and love for life, and you're too beautiful and you're too precious to let that stop you from living everything that you are meant to do, my love. So please go forth and go after where your curiosity is leading you. It will never be wrong. Have a beautiful day, my love.